Alright, in section 8.1a, we're going to talk about central tendencies. And a set of data can contain many different numbers, and with that set of data, we use a measure of central tendencies. To describe that set of data, and it represents the center or the middle of the data. And there are three different ways that we measure the central tendency. The first is the mean, or the average of a set of data, and it's the sum of the data divided by the number of pieces of data. The second way we measure it is with the median, and that is the exact middle data point. So if there are two middle numbers, the median is the mean of those two numbers. So if we have two middle numbers, we would add them together and divide by 2. That would be the mean of those two numbers. And then finally, the mode. The mode is the number that occurs the most often. And a set of data can have no mode or more than one mode. Measures of tendency are often used to describe the distribution of the data. So another common variation is the range. And the range is the difference between the greatest and the least value. So you take those two and subtract them to find the difference. Okay, so let's look at an example. If we want to find the mean of our data set, which our data set shows the number of children enrolled in gymnastics classes. If we find the mean, we need to add up all of those numbers together. So I would just type all those into my calculator, add up all of those numbers, and I would find that it equaled 108. And then I'm going to divide by how many data points I have. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 data points. So 108 divided by 9 is 12. So that would be the mean of this data set. In order to find the mode, I need to figure out which number is most common. So I'm going to have to put all these numbers in order from least to greatest for my median, and that also helps with my mode, so I can see how many of each I have. So I'm going to do that by ordering these from least to greatest. So my smallest is 4. I'm going to cross them off once I use them, so I know that I've used all my numbers at the end. Then I've got 5, then 8, then 10, 12, I've got 2 15s, and then 18 and 21. So I've used all my numbers. I've got 9 numbers. I just reordered them from smallest to largest. Now the mode is the number that occurs the most frequently. And if I have 2 15s here, that makes 15 my mode. It occurs most frequently. To find the median, I want to find the number that's in the middle. So if I've got 9 numbers, that would make 5, my number 5 in the middle. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 12 is right in the middle of my set of data. So my median would be 12. Then finally, find the range. In order to find the range, I need to take my largest number minus my smallest number. So that would be 21 minus 4, which gives me 17. So there's 4 different ways that we can find kind of the center of our data. Let's look at another set of data. The first question says, what is the largest number? So in this table, the numbers here, our first number here would actually be a 56. So you take that number out front here, 5, and that's my tens place, and then these are all my ones. So I've got 56, 57, another 57, and another 58. So that's how I read this stem and leaf table. Now if I'm looking for the largest number, I'm going to go to the biggest tens, which is 9, and the biggest ones, which is 4. So that would be 94. The smallest number would be up at the top here. I already underlined my 5 as the smallest tens, and the smallest ones that goes with my 5 is 56. Now if I want to find the range of my data, I need to take my biggest number, which I already found, minus my smallest number. And that is going to give me 38. The mean is where I need to add up all of my numbers and then divide by the amount of data points that I have. So when I add all these up, I'd have 56 plus 57 plus 57 plus 58 plus 61 plus 64, etc. all the way through that table. I get 1,819. Then, if I count up how many numbers I have, I'm going to count these right here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and keep going, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So I'm going to divide by 24, and that is going to give me 75.8. So that would be my mean. Then for my median, I need to find the number that's in the middle of my table. So in order to find the middle number, if I have 24 numbers and I want to find the middle of 24, that means that I'm going to cut it in half. So half of 24 is 12. So if I count 12 numbers in, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that would be my 5. And then since 24 is an even number, if I counted 12 the other way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, that means 75 and 77 are my two middle numbers. So since I don't have one number in the middle, both of them are in the middle, I'm going to add them together and divide by 2. And that's going to give me 76. Then finally, to find the mode, I need to figure out which number occurs most often. So the stem and leaf plot is nice for that because I can see which one occurs the most in my table. So I see I've got 2 57s, 2 75s, but I've got 3 83s. So that would be my mode. It occurs most often.